So when are you guys going to start buying some foie? So my name is Jack Mancino from Hudson Valley Foie Gras. I'm a firm believer the reason we're the #1 producer is because we're all about quality over quantity. We have all of our duck is USDA inspected on site on the premise. There's always at least 1 or 2 inspectors there checking every duck before it gets processed. If it's not up to par, it gets yanked off the table. Everybody at the farm has the utmost love, care, and respect for the animals that they are raising, and they realize that what they're doing is important. And they have that love and passion just like a chef would in a restaurant. That carries over, and that's why I believe Hudson Valley is on the top of the foie gras game. I am the California sales rep for Hudson Valley. I'm also a former chef, grew up in the restaurant industry, been in the industry since I was 12 years old, done it all from fine dining to casual. So in regards to the ducks, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how we get the ducks ready for the process to go through everything. So we received the duck a day old from the farm in Quebec. We know who the parent ducks are. We know who the farmers are up there. When we receive the duck, we put them in the nursery. Now they stay in the nursery for 4 weeks. The room is completely climate controlled. It's 90 degrees in there. They have a feeding area. They also have a drinking area. The water and the feed are separated. So it causes them to be social and also gets the exercise that they're looking for. After the 4 weeks is up, we then move into the growing area. That's an 8-week process. Basically, what we do there is the same thing in the nursery, except it's not as climate controlled. They have the ability to eat and drink whenever they please. We put ramps in there that they have to go up to the feeding area and the drinking area. That way they're getting exercise and they're also socializing as well. After the 4 weeks is up, we then move into the growing area. That's an 8-week process. Basically, what we do there is the same thing in the nursery, except it's not as climate controlled. They have the ability to eat and drink whenever they please. We put ramps in there that they have to go up to the feeding area and the drinking area. That way they're getting exercise and they're also socializing as well. After that point, we move them to the gavage for 20 days. Now, essentially what the gavage is we feed them 3 times a day. They're hand-fed. We insert a pipe into their cord. They don't have an esophagus, so they don't feel it. Their throats are made of the same way our hands and our bottom of our feet, so their palms, is basically they're tough. Waterfowls are able to eat whole crustaceans, whole fish. They don't have teeth, they don't chew. So essentially it just goes down and then it hits to their gizzard. So that's basically what we do. We feed them a soy and corn mix with different grains as well to ensure that they have that natural feeding process that they would have in the wild. After 20 days, that's when the foie is developed and we move on from there. We definitely had to do a little politicking. We were actually part of the court case. If you look up the case, you will see Hudson Valley Foie Gras, which is HVFG LLC. That's us, Hudson Valley Foie Gras. Essentially, we supported the chefs, Sean Cheney, Ken Frank, and there was also an outside company in Quebec that also raises ducks as well, and they were part of the lawsuit as well. So everyone was involved in that, and we were extremely happy when the ban was overturned. You know, everybody has their opinion. I feel as long as you're educated on the process and understand how the process works, and you can make a correct statement in regards to how the animals are treated, and you understand the process rather than just saying it's inhumane or it's cruel, then, you know, if you have the education, if you have the background, you can go to Hudson Valley to the farm and take a tour and carry a camera with you. You can call them right now and set up a tour for tomorrow. No other farmer in the country allows you to do that. So in those regards, if I feel that they've taken the necessary steps, then they're definitely entitled to their opinion. And that's just how I feel about it in those regards. You're entitled to your own opinions.